versus dork. Sit down and freaking hear me out. It's gonna be wild. Oh, too much. It's too much. See, I was like, God, where is it? Boom, right there. But then people that don't believe, they were like, no, I can't find it. The devil's laughing, and he's like, nope, I'm not gonna let you find it. I'm just gonna put you through friggin' misery. And at the same time, he's strategically making you be in misery by not letting you find it. It's because he's also controlling the people that are making you not be able to find it. Like, go hide your mom's shoes. Go give that lady a dirty look. And then he's laughing at your misery. Okay, so people that are woke, if they're really woke, they see all of this stuff. Or maybe I'm just letting you know now. Because to be like, it's just not, there's still a lot. Because the spirit controls everything so much that what just happened here? Okay, hold on. Okay. You know how people say on some channels you might see or might not see, I don't know, but it's like all confirmation. So they get it. It's like the sounds and things that happen, a light flickering, a little, like just a glitch different after you've just said something in your head, like, this is gonna be a great day. The light will be like, yep, it is. It'll be silent, crickets. Or like it could be, I don't even know. It's not really yes or no, but it's like also, either way, once you can realize that every single thing that happens. Okay, so just recently I couldn't find what the heck was I looking for? Oh, I couldn't find the thing to change the color of the lamp, and it was like a split second, and I was like, God, where did I put that? Where did I put that button thing? And like before I could even finish speaking, it just appeared right there. But it's like he's like, look to the right. Or like it's right in front of you. And then, but then also, like I was saying before anybody came, the devil, he like puts you through pain. Okay, so this is like being truly woke. Okay, so the devil, like, the spirit is controlling every single human, every single thing. So the devil and all of his spawn, which whether you like it or not, and whether this sounds crazy or not, this is the devil's truth, okay? So the devil is like body jumping, like body hopping. See, now I'm saying hump, so here's something to that. It was speed bump, which makes sense, a bump, right? A bump in the road. And like, yeah, there can be a hump in the road, but like, why did you have to like remove signs, make new signs to change the word hump? Again, that's mass brainwashing in your face, okay? So once you see these things, you're like, what the frick? Like, what are we even? Like, there was something I just saw yesterday, and I was like, oh, finally, another person that like questions this stuff and like points at it and then sends it out. Hey, and it's like, because like, thank God for them, because the word therapist. Okay, so where did words come from? Where did letters come from? English, whatever. That's it wasn't total, like God gave you the letters. It was you guys that chose to like form or whatever. No, I'm getting too deep. I don't even 100%. It's like therapist. The right It's mental. And do you know how many are like way like involved in stuff? And it all runs so deep that there's like it's like that's why there's more evil than good, because good, they're in like a true loving relationship. So like the amount of population control in a sense would be like, you know, a couple kids per family, you know, just like, you know, not for any other reason than you don't have to have 6 or 12 because you're not using them to work the farm. Like you can have two and everybody can be together, and like we can all be a community together. Why do we have to have so many? We can grow lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, just a family of four, you know? And then like a loving community, quality over quantity. You know what I mean? And like, but with the devil, he's like, oh, you want a tomato? I'll get you freaking 12 dozen by next week. But like, are they that good? No. But the ones that are grown by the farmers and like families, like they're like just beautiful, right? And so, anyways, that's like a sidebar. Every single thing is ran by the freaking devil. Like, I can ask something, and he'll use a body to laugh, to like, and if I'm thinking something and then I'm like it's not good, and whatever the case, I will get signs through every single thing, and green and white and rainbow. No color, and colors are technically like the shades, but anyways, so it's black or white, so white. But it's still, you know what I mean? Okay, who even cares? Thank you for asking, but that's a waste of time when I'm talking about these things, right? So I'm not like a chatter to chat. Like we can look into those things, but it's not like important. And that's actually something that I was thinking about earlier. It was like talking now for me, like like it's gotta have substance and depth, because I it's just noise. It's just noise, and it's so like not. It's not for me, and it shouldn't be for anybody. But nobody wants to get deep and understand these things, because otherwise, the control and narcissism and just grumpiness and like going out of your way to do things bad to people, like just because, like these things are all ran by the devil. And I know this, like people are like, oh, okay, whatever, but like no, it's friggin' for real. And there's more of them because they just screw it. We'll have, you know, like we'll do the pull-out method, but it doesn't work, right? It doesn't always work, but like, and yeah, okay, God comes in at, you know, and like if a child is born, even if it was a one-night stand, well, it's God's will. It's meant to be. Well, okay, kind of. So yes and no, because while everything has a purpose in God's plan, like every single thing, it's like constantly being in control of playing a game side by side with someone, and you're weaving through life and like solving problems and obstacles while trying to beat the person beside you running in the same race of obstacle courses that you can't predict. Neither are going to have the same ones. So that's kind of like between devil and God. That's what's been going on. But if you can realize that you can like at least navigate it and stop him, and then no matter the how much your life will be good in terms of your happy mind, soul, like those things are what matter, right? Because like everybody knows, and it's a fact, like money and stuff like that, you can have the most in the whole world but not be happy at all, and not be spiritually full, and that could be whatever it means to you. But trust me, like when you are just like free from other constraints and ideologies and things like that, it's like what, I don't even. Okay, so what am I on? I am, or what am I on? Someone said that recently, like in this thread, someone thought, what are you on? Right at the same time I read, where are you from? I'm from Canada, but really, I'm from everywhere, right? Like we all are. We're all from everywhere. I know this sounds crazy, but that's just how they've made it be. Anyone that challenges everything that seems off, but it's like, well, it's a policy, but it's like, where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Not of God. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. I need to turn this off. Oh cool. Yeah, we are all from everywhere. It's like, yeah, the devil does like body hopping, but it's like God, so it's like the devil will be like, haha, you got pregnant, like psych. the thing didn't work, or this and this, or manipulated that person's mind to like tamper with it, or whatever the case. It's all being controlled like above you. And it's like, it's if you're strong enough to fight off the evil, you determine how good your life will be. But it would be like fair grounds, because as it's been going, it's been rigged this whole damn time by the evil side, which is children of the wicked, blah blah blah. And it's like, it seems whatever to 10% of the population, but those 10 need to wake the F up, kind of deal. But it's like for their own benefit, because as you go along your healing and whatnot, it's like you can't save everybody. All you can do is like as light workers or whatever. And I didn't understand what that stuff was, but it's just people that are like, hey, I see that, you know, why can't someone who has no this or that, like, or no, forget all that. I'm not even going back down that road, because that stuff is so far. It's that every single thing that's happening, like you stub your toe, that's like a game, like that's like a haha, I win. And if once you can notice what's going on, like once you can notice all these things, what's up, Tal? Yeah. What do you need? Oh no, what? Oh yeah, we're not gonna play with that right now. Yeah. Are you having a good day? Hey, Tal. I have company. I know, it's just not doing it. I have a light that if you put your hair up to it, it sounds like a trickling waterfall. I have to help her. It's a very cool light. Okay, you ready for it? Are you oh no, wait. I need to move that far from you. Oh, come over here. That's a statue of a Buddha.
That statue?
Yeah. Okay, come close, Nancy, and we'll make it. Okay, I'll let you guys hear it. It's not working.
It's water!
Come here. I know it sounds like water, doesn't it? It needs to go on your hair, honey. Come closer. The cord doesn't reach. Bend down, bend down. And it has to be on, and it's a little bit on the fritz. Okay, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Did you hear it? Okay, Tally. Oh no, I don't want you on the camera. Okay, bye. I love you. Okay, Aunt Sammy needs to have her space now. The light's not working. Okay, goodbye, Tally. Have a good day. Bye. Love you. Okay, ask your mama, okay? So that's the devil. Literally, just she's cute, and then like whenever some things like gets your heart going, like in an irritation, or like you're like something bothers you or gets in your way, or you know, you anything, everything and anything that's not like, that doesn't make you feel good. If it gives you any little inkling of like or annoyance or um, fear or anything bad, like seriously and essentially anything bad is and unkind is the devil like having power over you through people. But then additionally, okay, so additionally, he can alter your feelings, like be it put in fear, put in anxiety, put in rage, like rage. And so once people can realize the things that are of the devil, they're able to literally identify. It's like this, it's like identify it, like acknowledge it, process it. And by process it, it's just like, okay, I feel like this sucks, like or like, you know, and then it gets to a matter of like, I don't feel this way, this is not of me, this is not of God, this is not of love, like whatever you gotta say. It doesn't have to be this long thing you need cue cards for. And that's the way I was taking it, like, oh, I'm missing everything. That's why I'm like over here a mad scientist with paper. And like, it's, yeah, everything is of the back and forth game. And once you can identify it, and that becomes almost like, that makes it almost impossible to ignore. Like, you can't ignore it. So then you just eventually and instinctually, you just don't navigate to the what ifs on the bad side, right? And you recognize that it's actually evil, and you can like fight it with your words and owning you and owning, like, why would I accept someone to treat me like this, or why this, why that. Then you're not allowing the negativity, which is evil, which is this, which is that, and it literally loses power. That's why they like sometimes, you know, some children, they child they traffic children. That fear that they are in constant, that they were taken, removed from their loved ones, and in a lot of cases may not even have been loving, great situations. They vary from a wide range, but it's that fear is energy. It's so wild, but it's like, along with a lot of other heinous things, but that's where it's all stemming from, with all of the mass like the psychological warfare, the spiritual warfare is all interconnected, and it's through vessels. And there's like, it's like, good takes time to grow. Good, like, you can't grow something with intention and love in like an instant. You can love in an instant, but and have love for something, someone, but you can't grow a business with serious longevity if, or overnight. Those don't work. Like getting rich quick scams, they don't always work out. They don't work out. And typically the longer they go without being detected tend to be the absolute worst, because they've accumulated so long of a time span of like mass corruption, mass mind manipulation. Like, that's next level stuff, right? Like, that's like globe brainwashing. And through songs and subliminal messages, look at like the characters to start, but then look what, okay, so remember when it came out like in the 2000s, I think, okay, maybe for me, like the early 2000s, about Disney characters looking like having body parts, like, just that is the weird stuff that was suggesting sex, and stuff like that to young children. And then look years later where it led to, right? Jeffrey Epstein. I've been trying to get out as much as I can, but I haven't been taking the time in between to like ward off the devil from like putting in the fear of talking without having notes handy. And usually I like to do that because I get so like ramped about the things that I know and the things that I want to say to so many people so that I can help. So I'm just going to take a minute and do that. I'm not going to read your comments because at a glance, I read fast. It's just not kind, or it's not necessary. Like, they're not needed for the conversation and the topic. And that's like the whole part of evil right there. Right there. It's like saying to someone, I don't like your hair like that. It's like, okay, why the frick are you telling me? Well, you want me to just change my look? You want me to change my this? What would you like me to do? What am I supposed to say to that? What am I supposed to do with that? But people, they'll just go back at it, back and forth, back and forth. The devil's just like eating popcorn, man, laughing and laughing. That was a bad reference because I just do that. But it's the truth. And like distractions and stuff like that, you have to constantly be like get out of here, like kind of thing. I can talk in more depth, but yeah, I'm good. I think I peopled out already. It comes in waves, and I also just literally answer to, like, it's like, okay, that's seriously where the thing on an angel and a devil on your shoulder, it's seriously there, it's like, and then they're like, no, don't do it. And this one, it looks like so much fun. And this one's like regular. It's like regular fun, but like it leads to better fun. But this one, they want to get it now. Think of it as the kids that would rather the freaking $10 today, right here, right now. But then the other option is to work at $20 even, but not for 3 weeks. I know lots of kids. I'm like, oh, bet your booty, I got nothing to do. I'm gonna wait whatever weeks. Okay? And so then they multiply and they multiply and they multiply. But these the ones that choose the more like the side that's like, no man, I ain't doing that. That's benefiting you and just screwing me and this, that, the other thing. So that group of people are getting lower, or they're not getting as, overly populated as this side who just keep it like, nah, forget it. It's a Tuesday. Let's make a baby. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So there's like more. We got way more. That's how we have it overrun of evil, right? So, and then evil, they're like parasites and disease. They just spread like a chew, and then everybody's got it. Also, one of my videos, I manipulated it. I took out the 2 parts where I sneezed and I tried to just hack it together with the other part. Oh, I was like, this is so annoying. And I was like, ah, oh, damn it, you shit, you little shit. I think I said stinker, so it's funny that I said shit on here. And that's him like messing with me right now to get me to discredit myself again, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just for this. And like I said in another video, is that like it doesn't matter if it's shadow banned because everything in this planet is ran by the spirit. So it's just a matter of whoever gets there. It's like the devil's got a private jet or a helicopter, and then God is like, God's got to take like commercial flight, and then he's got a couple of layovers because devil did that. But then it's like, oh yeah, with the baby. So yeah, God creates babies, and yes, but the devil thinks he got one up by like making this surprise baby by a 16-year-old. But then God, slow and steady wins the race. He comes along freaking 20 years later. Now the mom and son have this, like, they've been discovered by this journalist, this other person who got shafted to the wind, but then came up and became a journalist and found this mom and her son and talk about this beautiful story and what they did, and they have a business together, and then they get endorsed, and da 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 da, and all these amazing things happen. So yeah, that sucks that mom had to lose her life at 16 years old. You won that round, devil. But 20 years later, we're the most famous freaking cats in town, and their life is great and healthy and la la la, and they have all the love. But then here's the thing, and yeah, that's a true, like, that happens. That's what's happening in our world. But then all the while, so God's got to focus on love, which it's hard because there's so many temptations in the love side, the light side. So God has to, like, work extra to keep the temptations away and keep the positive in, and keep them patiently waiting for their 2 weeks to come up, like a kid waiting in line. But then all the while, they're just mass populating. They're like, yeah, $100, I'll freaking go beat up Tommy. Cool. Now Tommy's kid's got like issues, so he's like struggling. They're struggling the whole. Did you see what I'm saying? So then he's multiplying and multiplying. But then now finally, it's like, oh, hello, Newman. We need to kill. And so this is where we're at. We're at the fork in the road. We're at the crossroads, where it's like, God knows, like, all the good team, like everybody in the bad teams, like in all the corruption, all the things, all the places, right? There's now like a good guy. So basically, you just say there's a mole in every single precinct, every single law office, every single everything, every school, every office, every neighborhood homeless people group, whatever. There's a mole in each one. So, because once you get, it's like that when you do pro line and it's like these two teams, and then whoever wins, then they play these two teams, and then that's where we're at. We're like, what's gonna be, homie? And it's like, but now, like, you've lost people because you've sacrificed people, you did this, you've done that, you did that. So then everything that's not of love, this is where that comes back. Everything that's not of love won't make it, because it's like an IKEA table. Yeah, it's cheap now. But homie, my table that I went without having any table for a year to get this table that lasts me 10 years, or at least until like I'm out with my first wife. You know what I mean? Everybody's grandparents' furniture still kicking, still rocking in the living room. You know what I mean? And so, and that's the truth. Quick shortcuts that are cheap, that aren't love, they're just slapped together, and friggin' someone's chapping on their phone and like, this, that, and the other thing, and stealing from the friggin' supply room. All that stuff doesn't last. But the one that, costs a little bit more, but the money is not relevant, but like to put to perspective, right? The one that's made of love, with care, they looked at it, they stood by it, they had a coffee around it, put the first coffee cup on it. I don't know, maybe not that close, but certainly, why not? There's enough people in this world with amazing talents and just capable people that could be like, yeah, I'll freaking grow some vegetables in my yard, like a lot, and I'll give them to the store that I live in, the city I live in, or like it's like a spot for this subdivision. Yeah, so that I can get my hair done once a month by his wife. Yeah, you bet your booty. Oh, you need a car? Cool, I want a truck. Right on. You know what I mean? Like, everything made of love is easy. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's easy. But like when you're not, when you're in lack, man, you angry. Like, you know where hangry came from? It's like the people, everyone, all of us in lack that are, you know, this stage of the feeding. I say top of the food chain. I've never really spoke of the other, like the regular in anyways this context. But yeah, we're all like, yep, like freaking how do you decide that we gotta pay for water? and then and then like I was talking about before, you gotta pay for the water, then you gotta pay to have the water hooked up in your house. then you have to pay for hot water. And then you have to pay for drinking water. And then you have to pay the city to live in the house that you pay for. And then you can't get the house though unless you make this much money, but you couldn't make this much money because the spirits were like, no, he's too smart, keep him regular at about $30,000-$40,000 a year. Because if he freaking wakes up, and he would if he got to go to this school, then show's over for us. So it's just been keeping like everybody in. And then the ones that are like really good and they just surpassed, or the ones that would benefit them, like someone that's really talented in this and someone that's really good with this, but like obviously we're talking in masses. But it's all coordinated, right? It's all linked together. And then they keep them, and they're like elites. They're like, they all know, but they're all so smart and capable and gifted, or just one of each. But they're like a liability, you know? So that's like, in a nutshell, like a super mega nutshell. Damn it. That's to protect my crown, because literally spiritual attacks can, like if you're sensitive, or if you're just a like low vibrational person, but not in a rude way. It's like low vibrational in the sense that you easily talk ill about yourself, or you easily get charged, like triggered, like whatever the case. Those that, you know, blame people for their downfalls, like I can see so many, you know, ways to describe that, but people, and even okay, so even myself, like I'm fighting right in this very moment. I am fighting off evil attack, a specific one too. Like that's driving me mental. I feel like going there. And it's like I'm just being regular right now. Like frig, man. This is just me without like, I don't know what the fans are gonna say. I got like 400 people. Like that's meatballs. But it's like you can't be authentic, because that's whole. You can't do that. You can't just be regular. I would sit here before and like fuss with every stupid ass thing on me. Everything. The hat, all of it. It's a little bit bugging me, but that's like, that's the devil just like taunting me. He's taunting me. And it's like, and the more that I'm like, no, I don't care. Like, this is me. Like, why am I, who, like, for you to look at me, I'm gonna change what I'm just, that would distract me. I'm talking. You know, and that I moved because it was literally in my eye. But then even talking about that is like taboo, and you're like, oh my god, you're gonna ruin your career. Like people seriously go through these little controls that lead to massive insecurities just all around. As a human, you're like super insecure. That was my life. Oh my gosh, that was my life. And that's why it's so much like, what the like, who is this cringy, whatever people would say. And it's like, man, it's so good to just not care, because every person is just a pawn in a game being literally manipulated and controlled by two sources. But then, like, little crumbs, that like fragments of each. But it's like, you know, you make a batch of cookies and one day they're all great, and then those are like the really bad people, okay? Like the bad people, the bad people, okay? And I just hesitated because, like, I don't want to just say one and I don't want to list them all, so I'm just gonna say none. And I'm explaining just for shits and giggles. Sirens, that's a confirmation. And I'll explain the confirmation again one time, but not now. Darn it. Oh yeah, the bag guys. And then they have just little like shitheads, you know, little shithead kids that are just more of like before we would call like a little peckerhead. Like just a menace. A Dennis the Menace kind of kid, but not, but like imagine if there was an adult, like a 19-year-old, like just taunt and just like, oh, you're wearing that today, or like, you know, or like comparing clothes, comparing cars, comparing, you know, girls, like that kind of person. That's spawn of the wicked, and they're strategically here, like as the first vessel that he would like. Long and the short, there's none. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And some can really see it and are meant to light people's paths a little bit so that then they can see it, even if they both have a dim light. And then eventually it makes one big bright light kind of thing. I've never spoke that part out loud. That's interesting and fun. And it's, I got goosebumps, god bumps, whatever you want to call them. Like everything starts to make sense in such a big way where it's fun. It's like, it's bad, but it's like, it's almost like you can see that it's like fake. It's like an AI body is how you would look at it. Kind of. And you would see who's, okay, you'd see an AI body, or you'd start to see that type of character, those, you know, as an AI body. And then you think of your children, you know, or just your loved one. Okay, your most loved ones, or people you would, you know, let's stay with you, or whatever, I don't know. And then think of them as humans, like loving, being humans that you just want to hug, right? Whereas the AI, so the people that are like low vibrational, there's the fuzz floating around. They are just like an AI body, a fake body so looks like us, but has no soul, or the soul is dark, like a cigarette lungs over a non-cigarette lungs, a smoker's lungs or a non-smoker's lungs, and then it starts to just not affect you. And the more that it doesn't affect you, the less the power has of the dark. And there was always a time then they would like meet again. And it would be like, well, you've had a run, like a good run, you've got everything and had everything in abundance, and now it's like we've all circled back, and now the light is much stronger than the dark, and the dark can't stay, like the light's just too bright and the curtains just aren't dark enough. And that's kind of what's happening right now. That is what's happening right now, and it's wild. So that was just like 1/1,000,000. Not even. I didn't even give enough scenarios, if any. A couple. Oh, it's wild. It's so wild. I wish you could see through my eyes. And okay, no, there's so many that are. So even that, I know that. Yeah. Anyways, I know my stuff is being watched or has been watched. Or, yeah, and so yeah, you can see what I'm looking at, but to see what I like to. Okay, so to hear what I see. That's why I say I hear between the lines. Because, yeah, you can see, but then to know, like, the both sides, it's like, oh Lord. And then, yeah, it's hard. Like, it's hard because I care, and but it's like a kind of hard where I couldn't even see it any other way. That's why, like, I watched a whole episode today. Like, I don't even know how long it was. I haven't watched something like from a podcast or someone like anything like that in a minute. And I watched it was Miriam Bellick, a neuroscientist, the girl from Big Bang Theory, and she and Jonathan, I think his name is, had I don't know his name. Oh, Lee Harris on, and I didn't know who this person was. But then quickly, okay, so I then was like thinking in the first 10 minutes, like, well, why is this, if that guy's so great at what he does, like they were giving his intro, and then I was like, if he's got all these great gifts, like what some say psychic, some say intuitive, some say this, that, the other thing. People that see, predict, know what people are thinking, things like that. They're like, just to throw it out there, like that's what I'm talking about. And I feel like if you can and have the ability, and you are like an acknowledgement of that, and you, especially if you've seen things or know things or any things, to like crime, especially against like real whole life children and humans just entirely, is wild. That they don't use them for that ability to do that, to help, to save. Because if you can show like this, and this, and it's like, well, logically, you know, in all your sciences, there's no way, unless the person is like, you know, gifted, then like let it be. And if you've seen it already, then extra let it be, because that person is here for a reason of light, to save people. And it's like, that's, I had tinglies from that. That's God, like that's your job. And but anyway, so then God kind of just told me that not everyone's role is to do the way I'm doing it, in a sense. Some are just meant to like pose the question, and then one person was to be there for the practice of the lesson. then maybe someone else to look in a different disguise, but be the same inside for another test. And then, you know, you get the person or in the relationship. But those can happen over and over and over and over again. And that's like the lesser of the evils, in a sense, where God is like a one-man show, kind of. Remember, like on a commercial flight that's getting delayed and has to go through all the things just to get on the plane. Whereas like Big D, he's you know, hopping in a helicopter and landed on the roof of the place he's staying at, and then wreaking havoc by the time I'm not even to the like through the first city, you know, on my drive, you know. So anyways, the time is caught up is all I'm kind of getting at here. No, that's not all I'm getting at, but that's all I'm equipped with now. Yep, okay. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Thanks, okay, bye.